Hey man, say man, it's your boy Big Dreams. Welcome back to the channel. Before we carry on any further with this video, make sure y'all like, make sure y'all comment. Most importantly, make sure y'all subscribe and hit that post notification bell. Set it to all. We is back with another banging video, back with another reaction video, man. And today, y'all see the screen. We are going to be reacting to the oldest YN. Akademiks reveals Jim Jones tried to press him while at the NBA Youngboy Show. King Akademiks. We finna dig in here and see what's going on. I'm not gonna make the opening of this video too long. All I ask is that y'all smash that like button so this video can rank higher in the algorithm. Go crazy in the comments. Let me know what you want me to react to. And if you're watching me and you're not subscribed, man, subscribe. That's all I ask. We finna go ahead and dig in, man. Make sure that volume all the way up.
I'm at the show. Yeah, I'm moving around like, doing my thing in there. I keep telling people I like the fact that YB don't got no friends. I don't really be bumping into nobody at his shows, honestly. I did see Mano in Brooklyn, but, it was cool. But I didn't even know I was standing next to Lala the whole time. Like Lala look a little bit different in person, at least from what I remember her looking at. I haven't seen her online recently. I didn't even go Google her. But, yeah, ain't really much rappers in there. Like, Richard Kid was there. Oh, I did bump into Jay Critch, too. Like, me and Jay Critch took a picture. But remember, we squashed our shit on stream. But so yesterday, yeah, I'm there, I'm just moving around, blah blah. Every time, like, I ain't gonna lie, Birdman rock with me, and I rock with him. He's a cool dude. So usually when he pull up in his bus, I go tap in with him. We chop it up a little bit, whatever. And because I let Vlad meet him, right? So I'm like, I introduce him, whatever. That's on stream. But then I go to the show because I can hear why these show is starting. The reason why I go, because I've seen the show a bunch of times now. So really, I be just there to kick it with niggas, you feel me? But the real, I'm with Vlad, so I'm like, yo, let me bring him that he could see the show. The real reason that I wanted to bring Vlad there, and again, I want to thank the NBA team. When I did tell him, I was like, yo, Vlad's coming. Is he valid? Is he cool? And they're like, yo, he's good. Like, he's your guest. We're going to take care of him. Like, they showed him so much respect that Vlad thought I was the boss. Vlad's like, damn, these niggas rolling out the red carpet. Like, everybody came and met him, from all of the managers for YB, all the younger artists, and shit, even Lil Tim came over showing respect and everything, so yeah. I want Vlad to get the experience because I feel like I know YB don't fuck with mad media niggas, but sometimes when I'm talking about how big of an artist he is, people don't get it. Because a lot of these media dudes, they're not going to a Youngboy show. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not the youngest media dude, but I'm probably the youngest media dude that's in the fucking realm of, these are the concerts I like going to. You get what I'm saying? Or these are the artists I'm checking for. So when I'm usually speaking to a Vlad and I'm telling him about the impact of, like, Youngboy, like, he doesn't get it. He wouldn't get it because he's never been there. Like, he haven't really seen it. And he's comparing it to other artists. So I wanted him to come see it. And so I'm like, yo, Vlad, let's go watch the show because I want him to see, like, the fans there the way they operate for YB is different from, even respectfully, 2C, Offset, or even everybody else on the lineup. Them niggas is drones for YB. It's just like a tidal wave in there. So we go in there. I told Stunner, that's Birdman, I say, yo, because every time he come up, we be side stage and we be drinking on this, just watching the show. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna see you when you come out because Birdman's on his own time. So we go there, we're watching the show, we're watching on the side. The security and them and like the police over there, they're like, yo, because I guess I don't know how people got in there, but right there in front of the stage, nobody's supposed to be. So they're like, yo, could y'all just go on that riser real quick to the side? We gonna kick everybody out then because we know Birdman and you and his management team and like his and Youngboy invited guests, we need them to be here. So I go over to the side, but I'm also waiting for Birdman to come. I see Birdman, and pause on that. I see Birdman walk in. I'm like, oh shit, Birdman. Because again, we watch the show together most of the time, I'm walking down there, but I'm like, because I'm on the rise, I'm like, oh shit, I even went in front of my security. I'm like, oh shit, let me go tap in with Birdman real quick. We about to watch the show. As soon as I walk down, I see Jim Jones. Now, I'm going to keep it a being with y'all. And again, I'm only speaking from my perspective. And y'all know, like, when I be telling these stories, I don't never be hyping nothing, right? Like I think I'm pretty fair. I was walking quickly to get to Birdman, but right behind Birdman was Jim Jones. Jim Jones had brought his mom there. I didn't even realize he brought his mom. Like Mama Jones, he brought his mom. So I'm walking mad quickly. But I ain't gonna lie to you, I think the way Jim seen it was like I'm walking up on him. I swear. Like, cause I'm walking mad quick. And so I see Birdman and I see Jim Jones. And I'm like, oh shit, Jim, what up? Now let me tell you the history with me and Jim. I don't know if in history. I did an interview with Kanye West. Kanye West said he gave Jim Jones $2 million and he was mad that Jim Jones couldn't make him a PDF. Okay, that went viral. Jim was trying to get some buzz at the time. Jim, I don't know how, like, through an intermediary hits me to say, yo, I want to do an interview responding to Ye. It never happened, but while I set it up, Jim says to me, yo, we should probably get on the phone, because, I just want to make sure we good, right? That happens with mad artists, chat. Like, sometimes the artists want to talk to you before getting on set with you, because they don't know if you about to just ask them some federal shit or whatever. So that's valid with me. So that's the last thing I know about anything with me and Jim Jones. Right? Cool. So now, so when I see Jim Jones, I'm like, oh, Jim, what up? And Jim, what up back at me is a different type of what up. He's like, nigga, what up? And I'm like, whoa. Now, I'm gonna be honest,
if that's how he said it, I would have counseled that interaction right there. But naturally, Jim Jones is one of them guys, he always on go. He not gonna let you play with him or nothing. Even if your body language looks like you about to come play with him, and that's not your intentions, he's still gonna check it just because that's what it looked like to him. That's Jim Jones.
I walked up because
That's Jimmy Jones
for like OG3, nigga. Remember, you shot OG3 walked up with me? I walked up, but I was just walking quickly to get to Birdman. Whatever. So anyway, that happened. I'm like, damn. I'm like, first of all, I'm gonna give Jim his credit. Jim was the oldest YN in the building, but he was on YN timing. I'm gonna keep it a big. I ain't no liar. Jim, I just Googled his age. Jim 49. Jim was the oldest YN up in the building there, but he was on YN timing. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you could tell. Jim, and I said to myself, I said, maybe it's because of Youngboy concert. Everybody a little bit aggressive here. Cool. So anyway, all right, so that happened. So hilarious. There's still a couple people because the cops and security ain't clear everybody out here. Yo, Birdman security, they did some like presidential shit, nigga. They created a big ass crop circle in the side stage, and they just grabbed a chair and put it down, and Birdman's sitting on the chair like this, while there's mad space around him, but everybody bunched up all over the place. Birdman like this. Super gangster. Birdman comfortable as hell. Anyway, so at this point, I see Jim. He a little bit over to the stage. Well, not to the stage, but he kind of like a little bit over to the side, or the side of the stage. So I'm like, again, I'm thinking he's cool, even though the walk up was a little crazy, right? But I was starting to think like, oh shit, he probably thought I was like walking up on him. So let me just have a regular conversation with him. So I go over to say, yo, Jim, we gotta get up and we gotta go do the interview. That's what I'm like, we gotta go do the interview. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I don't know if it's because Youngboy was on stage, Jim Jones turned to a YN on me. I swear. Jim Jones was like, yo, hold on, let me holler at you, man, let me holler at you. And you know when the nigga just start getting to be a little bit more fidget, I'm like, is he okay now? Jim is like, yo, listen, man.
Nah, see, what Ak should have did, Ak made that interaction way longer than what it was supposed to be. If his what up was a nigga what up, you should have left him alone, bro. Me personally, if that's how you come off at me, I'm falling back. I'm not even gonna talk to you no more after that, because at this point, I know if I continue to talk to you, it ain't gonna do nothing but just raise up commotion and raise emotion. So why am I gonna sit there and continue to talk for? And we at a concert.
What's good? He's like, yo, Now he was taking a second to kind of get out his point, but this was his point. And I was trying to like do the whole quoting thing, but he was like, he kept asking questions like, yo, do y'all think the shit y'all do online is cool? So I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm kind of confused, honestly. I'm legit confused. And I know some people are gonna be like, no, Accurate playing dumb, but I'm kind of confused because I'm also trying to figure out what it could be, right? And I didn't get too much info out of him, but he mentioned 6'9". He said, whatever 6'9". Then he's like, yo, y'all gotta know, it ain't safe when niggas is playing with me like that. And I'm thinking about, I'm like,
yep, sounds just like Jim Jones
so
too.
I kept trying to ask him, I said, what me and 6'9" gotta do with you? Or what I gotta do with if you and 6'9" got something? Now, granted, Chad, I keep telling you, rappers are the best at, if they can't find the person they don't like, someone else inherits. So it's like Dave Free seeing me, and Dave Free saying, yo, well, I'll never see Drake ever in life.
And something else that I feel like we have to keep in mind too, Akademiks. Naturally, I feel like, and I ain't gonna say everybody, but I feel like a lot of people don't F with Ak in a way, just because he one of them people that say stuff and it ruffles feathers. Just for that one specific reason right there, I feel like a lot of people ain't too fond of Ak because of what he be saying. He speak whatever he feel is on his heart and on his mind. I respect that. But it ruffles everybody else's feathers. And when you meet some of them same people in person, it's not as friendly on the interaction as you think it is, because them people not too fond of you. If that's how Jim Jones greeted you, he ain't too fond of you. And if you want to figure out why he ain't too fond of you, like, that's on you. But it's clear that Jim Jones is not too fond of Ak, bro. If he, yo nigga, what up? Like, nah, he ain't too fond of you, bro.
Tell you why I'm mad at Drake. Okay, cool. I guess Jim Jones is like, he's mad at 6'9". And I was thinking, I'm like, yo, is he mad at, like, how is he mad at 6'9" and coming to me? Y'all two were 9 Trey Bloods. I was never a 9 Trey Blood, and I don't want to be one. If y'all got a problem, and here's the thing, I was thinking about their issue a little bit more. When 6'9" was a 9 Trey Blood, Jim knew about it before everybody got locked up. He could have prevented this by trying to do whatever he had to do then. 6'9" gets locked up with some of the 9 Trey dudes, tells on the 9 Trey dudes, and then afterwards, 6'9" is still clowning because 6'9" like wearing that rack sleeve. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't care. But anyway, that happened. I was trying to see, like, because usually me, I'm one of the people I talk, like, I have that conversation. I know some of y'all, like, again, after that handshake and even like that energy, I could have just said, I'm gonna just leave him over there, nigga. I thought we could have a conversation.
Nah, you should have left him alone.
So he was just like, yo, man, I ain't trying to have no conversation. I ain't trying to have no conversation. He's like, listen, man, just enjoy the show. Just enjoy the show. Just enjoy the show. And I'm like, okay. Then he's like, yo, he said something like, yo, and if anybody got a problem with me, they can let me know. I'm like, all right. Anyway, Jim was on his YN energy, man. I'm hoping he was just in a, maybe an upset frame of mind for that time, but I don't know. Then everybody else tells me, they're like, I ain't gonna lie to you, that's exactly how Jim is. He's usually pretty angry. So
nah, Jim Jones always on go.
The only thing that I could really think about, obviously 6'9"'s been saying whatever about Jim Jones, right? They're both in the gang, right? I'm a media nigga. If Jim Jones says something about 6'9", I'm posting. If 6'9" says something about Jim Jones, I'm posting that too. Like, that is what it is. I was thinking maybe it was this clip. Like, I was thinking it was this clip. I think we posted it. Let me see if I can find it. I think it was the clip where 6ix9ine did the podcast with Charleston White and Steiny, and he talked about Mel Matrix, right? Because, like, again, he wouldn't like tell me exactly what it is, but I felt like it was over some 9 Trey Blood shit. That's what I'm saying. Jim Jones is still moving around like Hawaiian, bro. me see. I don't know. I think I did post it though.
I feel let me stop the video and say this real quick. I feel like the term YN is so loosely used nowadays. Just because somebody on go is, oh, you on your YN energy. Like, no, bro. A lot of people, regardless to what age they is, they just be on go. It's a lot of people that's the same age as Jim Jones that's naturally on go. Ain't necessarily got to be classified as no YN energy. They just always on go. They one of them people that's just naturally on the angrier side, naturally on that type of junk. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, we gotta stop classifying every little single thing as a YN or acting like a YN, bro. I feel like that little slogan right there, I don't know who started it, but it's loosely used. I'm not even gonna lie, I loosely use it sometime, and I have to check myself like, bro, like, just chill on that. But still, we need to be careful on who we place that YN title on, bro, for real. Especially when they ain't no YN by age.
Basically, like, 6ix9ine is like clowning, and he's like, yo, he was like, Mel Matrix got let out of jail, and Jim Jones picked him up from a train station or something like that. Let me see if I probably find it on Twitter. I thought we posted it, but if not, that's the only thing I could think of where, because I watch all 6ix9ine interviews. That's the only thing I could think about recently with Jim Jones and 6ix9ine. But I mean, I don't know, man. I don't really give a damn like that. 6ix9ine and Jim Jones. Here we go. We'll probably find a clip right here. Let's see. But I'm telling you, that nigga was heated. I didn't even know. I think this is it.
24 hours to respond. Time to show his bank account. One of the grandfathers of non-trade blood just came home. Mel murder. You seen that?
Yeah, Jim Jones ran up on him, all that, yeah.
When he ran up on him, where did he run up on him? Where he was at?
Harlem, wasn't he?
No, at a train station. All New Yorkers, play this video back right here. Put it right here while I'm talking. A grandfather, a high-ranking blood member came home early because they gave him 11 years. He came home in 6. And the federal penitentiary explained that. But listen, put the video right here. Mel Murder came home.
I gotta think this is it, right? Because I'm thinking anything otherwise. I know somebody like in a chat that has more time to research is probably gonna be like, accurate, plain stupid. I'm not plain stupid, my nigga. Like, I'm really trying to, like, I know 6ix9ine's been saying stuff about him. I don't give a damn about Jim Jones. I really, like, you know what I mean? In the grand scheme of things, I'm covering NBA Youngboy. Like, there's no, the only time I cover Jim Jones was when he was clout chasing off Nas, right? But, and when him and Cam go back and forth. Because I think that's unfortunate, but I think it's entertaining. Other than that, I'm not covering Jim Jones every day, and usually I don't have an opinion about Jim Jones. You know what I mean?
And he met him at a train station with no money, no chain.
So I gotta think it's this. And I did talk to Wack about it, and Wack was like, "Yo, you mentioned me." I'm like, "Nah, he didn't mention you." But I know Wack has been saying a lot of stuff about Jim Jones, like, "Yo, Jim Jones fucking cooperated or whatever," or I think it's a wiretaps. But other than that, by the way, it's the first time I met Jim Jones, so I never met him before. Other than that, I can't remember anything.
Well, he gave him a little ass chain.
But this would kind of validate the reason, because these gang guys really take their gang politics shit serious, and this guy here is like the leader of like 9 Trey, right? So like he was the head guy. So if these guys are in, well, I don't know if he's in anymore, but 6ix9ine clowning him, I could see how Jim would get upset. You feel me?
Like 2 days later, he met him at a train station. He made him take the Metro North for all my New Yorkers. He put him, give me a train at Penn Station. He met him, he didn't even pick him up at the prison. He picked him up at a train. He made him take a train with that big garbage bag. When you real and you take your time, your homies pick you up. They make you take the train with your bag like this. Look. Once this interview come out, Mel Murder got 24 hours to respond. Time to show his bank account. I don't want to see cash that niggas give him, but like, yo, post it so he can look dumb. Show your bank account. Show the money you got in your bank for being a real nigga, not telling. I want to see your bank account. I want to see 24 hours.
Nah, I can see Jim Jones having a problem with 6ix9ine because look at how 6ix9ine, like, speaking on him and Mill Murder. I can see if Jim Jones got a problem with that. But as far as Akademiks, bro, to be honest, the way a lot of people operate nowadays, even if you just say Jim Jones and like don't say nothing else about Jim Jones, that's gonna set him off. Like, that's not just him, that's a lot of people. You could be like, whack 100 and literally just continue on and don't say nothing about whack. Whack will be like, oh, why the fuck you mention me in your interview for? Like, that's just people nowadays. If you ain't saying, hey bro, whack 100 is my homie. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you ain't saying stuff like that, just mentioning people's names or start something, bro. That's what you got to take into consideration. You mention somebody's name, especially when you got the type of pull and the type of influence and connections that Akademiks got. Like, come on, bro. You think Jim Jones not finna say nothing to you? Especially when you said you did an interview with Ye, and Ye was speaking on Jim Jones. Even if you ain't said nothing about Jim Jones in the interview with you and Ye, he still gonna look at you like you a clown because it's like, you let this nigga get on your platform and talk about me? Like, it's so much you could take into consideration. You ain't gotta directly say nothing about him, bro. It could have been that Ye interview that he still got a little grudge against you on. So, I mean, not saying that, you know what I'm saying, he right, but still though, bro, you gotta take all of this stuff into consideration.
Cause everybody gonna send it to you. I wanna see your bank account with some cash in it. Your reward. Don't show me cash like this, like that niggas gave you. Like, I give it back after the video's done. There's no reward.
Anyway, so I gotta think it's this video, right? Because I don't think he's been talking about it recently, or it might just be overall that 6ix9ine told. Now, again, and I know I'm trying to battle the people who are going to be in the comments like, Accurate playing dumb. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure it's not what I've done. It's like, nigga, that's your man, 6ix9ine, and you post this shit, and nigga, we don't fuck with that nigga. Now, the only thing, I guess my response to Jim is, listen, there's a couple things. In that moment, I could see why Jim's career is where it is. If that's the approach you take with niggas, like that super tough, like that felt like some 90s shit, right? Like some, I'm like super gangster, right? I could see why in moments like that, people have those interactions with you and they're like, I'm good off you. Because in reality, if you're not a hot musician, niggas don't got to deal with you. That's the reality, right? Then, number two, like, I remember watching him and Cam, and I was like, I felt like I was understanding both points, but Cam, to me, was just kind of like winning that discussion by a long shot. And what kind of made me, like, that interaction made me realize, I'm like, I don't think Jim kind of understand the internet. There's a couple type of niggas that I feel don't understand the internet. And maybe it's because they're caught up in their own image or whatever, or maybe they just, but they're all on the internet. Like Meek. I don't think Meek understands the internet. Like, I don't think, like I always go back to that time when I'm like, they're telling me that they can't understand why niggas would be laughing at them during the Drake beef. And I'm like, bro, it's the internet. Like, they're going to, like, there's a bad day for everybody and everybody gonna get on you. That's how it is. And they could be like, nah, the real niggas real niggas don't do that. And I'm like, bro, it's the internet. You get what I'm saying? I think Jim is one of those people too. I don't think he understands the internet. So he's upset at Tekashi, I would imagine, because Tekashi said stuff. You're not saying nothing back. Doing in person, like, yo, son, yo, I ain't with that shit.
Yeah, he ain't one of them internet
but
people.
The only way to defeat the internet, unless you're genuinely unbothered, is to respond to some of these things. That's how it goes. And I kind of realized that with the Cam thing, when Cam would know how to use humor, laughter, storytelling, you know, Cam is on a show to explain his differences with Jim Jones. Jim Jones, every time he would talk about it, would just seem mad, like upset, like, yeah, nigga, like it just seemed like, okay.
I ain't gonna say he don't understand the internet. Jim Jones might just naturally be one of them guys that don't play games. Excuse me. Jim Jones naturally seemed like he just one of them guys that he ain't joking. You know what I'm saying? Especially about something that really don't need to be joked about, or he ain't joking all the time. He one of them guys, he more serious than he is goofy. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing really goofy about Jim Jones, if you ask me. He one of them guys, he ain't even finna show you no signs of a goofball or nothing like that. Nah, he straight hardball, straight tough, straight on your ass type shit. That's Jim Jones. Not saying that he don't understand the internet, like I said, but he just one of them dudes. He don't joke, he don't play around. You know, you got something to say about him, come see him. That's his mindset.
So anyway, that was it. But you know, we stood in a close vicinity of each other and watched the show, and then you know, he took his mom to take a picture with Youngboy, and everything was cool. But yeah, it was a little bit odd. I was like, all right, yo, Jim Jones came in here, and I don't know what song was playing, but I'm like, yo, Jim Jones, he might as well had on a green flag and a shiesty, yo, he's on YN timing. Yo, he was just like one of these niggas at the show. But it's all good. Love to Jim. I figure I pray you and 6ix9ine work out whatever y'all got going on. But for the record, I will still be posting what 6ix9ine says. Bro, y'all none of y'all gonna bully me into be like, nah, my bad, I ain't gonna be post. No, y'all all got mouths. Pause. If you say something, I will post it. If he says something, I will absolutely post it. Okay? And I've been that way for forever. Listen, I'm at YB Show damn near every night, and I posted what Dirk said about him back in the day. And I post what he said about Dirk. And me and Dirk listen, I'm not, yeah, you know, you're not gonna censor me by out toughing me, okay? But respect to Jim. Last night, yo, I'm telling you, yo, the police was running around backstage. I was wondering what the fuck is going on. So, I seen this video.
Well, listen here, man. I think I said all I gotta say. Y'all let me know what y'all think. This is the end of the video. Make sure y'all like, make sure y'all comment. Most importantly, make sure y'all subscribe and hit that post notification bell. Set it to all. Our social media links will be in the description. The link to the previous reaction video will be there as well. Follow me on all my social medias. Click the link to the previous reaction video and watch that whole video after you watch this whole video. Don't forget the link to the second channel will be in the description as well. Go over there, subscribe, and show love, because y'all will be seeing my face over there from time to time. But listen, I love y'all, and I appreciate y'all for showing me love back. And we out this thing, man, for real.